we were really young kids, and actually we were called the startup kids or the Paymob kids in the banking industry in Cairo. So imagine I had a long hair and a ponytail, and my partner had an afro hair, and we were knocking the doors on the bank. We didn't even know that we had to wear suits actually. Okay, so we were knocking the doors on the bank, and we were telling them, guys, your infrastructure is broken, we're gonna fix it. So definitely it wasn't an easy sell. So we got kicked out several times. But then one after the other, we found the right partner, we found the right bank. They believed in us. You have the incumbents, I mean the existing players, whether the bank or existing payment providers, they typically are built on top of one payment option, okay? And you would see that globally as well. I mean, each provider, they typically take their own options and they offer it. So you see banks offering their payment cards. Where we come into play, we simply aggregate the different options. We add value. We simply reduce the cost of onboarding all of these merchants on both ends, on the payment option or the payment provider, and on the merchant himself. Instead of having to deal with so many different partners and so many different terminals, they can deal with just one that we are providing. Why Pakistan? I mean, I was just saying this morning, the moment I landed in Pakistan, I thought I landed in Cairo by mistake. Okay, at the end of the day, it's very similar to Egypt. I mean, the team has been going on back and forth here a lot, and we've seen how similar in nature the Pakistani market is to Egypt. In pretty much everything. I mean, in the size of the merchant and how underserved they are, into even the population distribution and the footfall across these merchants and all of this. I mean, we've studied pretty much everything that we look at in the markets we operate in. And that's how we were able to identify that Pakistan is definitely a great market to offer our service. Right at the moment, Pakistan has around 80,000 POS merchants and 3,000 online merchants. We're aiming at more than doubling these figures within the first 2 years of our operation. It was during actually an entrepreneurship class, and that was by mere coincidence, I would say. So Islam and I, we've met during that class, and then we met Mustafa, who's the CTO. Initially, when we first started, we were intending on building a social commerce platform. That social commerce was intended to cater for the influencers economy, pretty much. We wanted to help them sell their products online, considering that they are people of influence. Right after that, we started we actually built our product, and then we went on to integrate our payment gateway, and that was something that we had very much hard time doing. And accordingly, we were bullish on the digital economy in the first place. So if we were that bullish, we figured that something needed to be fixed in that broken infrastructure. That's when we have identified that there's probably an even bigger problem inside digital payments that needs to be fixed, and that's how we ventured into that space in the first period. I mean, I would say we always say, I mean, one of my late mentors, and he taught me that luck is what happens when opportunity meets preparation. So I think we were just there at the right time, and we found each other, and this is luck pretty much coming to play. This is a global problem. The SME markets are always underserved. I mean, they're the last people looked at from the financial sector, from the financial industry. So actually, that's a global problem. It's just a matter of which markets are closer to the others, so that when you get in, it becomes much easier or much faster to penetrate, pretty much. A good market for acceptance, which is what we're doing, is actually where people stand in line or wait in lines at the ATMs. Because at the end of the day, they have their money stored in a digital form, but they don't see value for keeping that money staying in digital form. So they have to cash it out so they can use it for their own needs. And that's where we come in, simply. We need to provide value to the consumer to see that we need to keep the money, or actually there is benefit to keep the money in digital form, and I can use it in many different places. We've seen a lot of support coming from the State Bank of Pakistan. I mean, they gave us the blessing, and they actually advised us on the best and the easiest way to really open up Pakistan as a market entry. Second of all, of course, Bank al-Falah. I mean, we've seen banks from many different places and many different markets and many different geographies, and I don't think we're used to a bank that is operating in that mode. I mean, I give it to them. I mean, the team there is great, of course, and they've provided us with a lot of support. I mean, first of all, with the time taken for this relationship or this partnership to be put in place, actually moving towards identifying the go-to-market strategy, because what happened today was actually the starting point of what's going to happen next. So this is the real game, is really what's about to happen, not what we just signed. We honestly like fresh and young minds, because these are typically like the hungry talents that are looking to do some change, to really be of impact. And the one thing I really like about our organization is that we are very impact driven, considering the fact that digital financial service is actually a service that has a social and economic impact on people. So first of all, that's something that actually helps us attract the talent, because at the end of the day, yes, you're developing, yes, you're progressing, yes, you're adding value, but also you're leaving impact behind into what you do. That's first of all. We're hiring lots of sales talents. We're actually also building an engineering hub here in Pakistan as well, and that actually started even before our operations or our announcement. We've already had some engineers here, and we're intending on expanding that for sure. But other than that, we're also going to be building full operations here. I don't think we'll be less than 300 to 400 people within the coming 2 years period. That's as a direct job creation, but also indirectly there could be, I know for a fact there will be like thousands of jobs created indirectly through us being here.